guys, it's Mel. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Okay, so it is Tuesday and I've just come back in. We had a long weekend yesterday, a public holiday, so there's quite a bit to do today. The first thing that I did this morning when I walked into the warehouse was I did the admin section on my computer. So that meant I sat down, I went through my messages, I answered any messages that needed doing, and I cleared my message box. So now it says that there is 0 unread messages. Okay, the next thing I did was I had a cancellation request. I had to deal with that, process that. Then I went through and I sent my offers for the morning. So at the moment I've got a coupon running in my store for 10% off. So all the offers that were available for me to send, I sent them an offer for 11% off, trying to just entice that little bit further. So now all my admin is done on my eBay store. I can get ready for the rest of my day. I've already got some activity there to wake up the eBay store and let them know that I'm here for work today. And hopefully sending out some of those offers will get a few of those sales. Just a note with those offers as well. After the bulk lot of morning offers is sent, there's normally quite a lot of them. Once I've sent those out, throughout the rest of the day, I will continue to send offers. As soon as I get any watches that are there and there's the availability for me to send somebody an offer, I send them all day. So whenever I get a chance, sometimes I'm sending them 1 or 2 at a time. Sometimes I get busy for a few hours, come back, and there might be 10 or 20 opportunities there that I can send an offer to. But I just keep sending them all throughout the day until I go to bed, and then that morning lot is done in one big chunk. So that's what I do for offers. So as you can see here, I have got a packing bench full of boxes and bags. Yesterday during the long weekend, one of our charity stores, which we call Vinnie's here in Australia, well, Vinnie's was running a 50% off sale for the long weekend, and the 50% off was just on media, so books, CDs and DVDs. So of course, Tom and I went out to look at all those thrift shops because we're media sellers, and who would we be if we didn't go out there for a 50% off sale? So yesterday we went out for probably 3 or 4 hours. We probably did at least 10 stores, maybe a couple of extra, and then afterwards we finished it with lunch before we came home. But we had a really nice day out, and as you can see, my sourcing day was very successful. I've got like several boxes here and bags of brand new items that I can get photographed and put into my store. So if you watched my video the other day, you would have seen that I was cleaning up the warehouse and I was processing a lot of cookbook bundles to get into my store. So I'm really glad now I've got some like fresh individual listings and some bundles, but a lot of new individual books that I can get into the store and freshen it up with something different. Because I do like to try and keep it mixed up. I don't like to just list a whole lot of the same item all at once. Like if I've got a huge amount of something to list, I'll try and like spread it out sometimes over a few days. I don't just want to have like a whole week of listing cookbooks. Like I don't want that. I want to mix it up and have like a variety going into my store every day. But first up today, I'm going to pick and pack my orders. If I start pulling these out now to start sorting and de-stickering and cleaning and all the stuff that needs doing with those, I'm never going to get my pick and pack done till the end of the day. So I'm best to get the most important task done first, which is the pick and pack. So these are all bulked up. I can just lift them down onto the ground, do the pick and pack, use my bench for the pick and pack, and then come back and do this. What I'm going to do, but is I've got a few orders that I really want to show you, some good ones that have sold, and you guys seem to like it when I show you what sold. So let's have a look at those, and then we'll go through this and I'll show you what I bought and explain why I bought it. Now Tom brought these in and he's packed them here, but I'm not going to be able to lift that. Oh, this is good, look. Some of them are in bags. Oh, I can't wait to show you some of those. Okay, the pick is done. These are all the books that I've sold and that are all about to be packed up. So I'm going to show you a few of these because I got some good sales, including some of those CDs that I just packaged up and photographed and listed the other day. Okay, I'm not going to show you every single order today, but I'll show you a few. So this is a bundle of Mills & Boon. Now this one is going out for $31.50. These are just regular vintage Mills and Boons. Now this lot is a bunch of the sexy Mills and Boons. This one is going out for $25. These are also kind of like still along the Mills and Boons, but these are all by the same author, Betty Neals. Now I think these ones sold by memory for nearly $29. And then just with the Mills and Boons as well. So a double bundle here. This is Mills and Boons. The series is the Coltons. Now these have been listed a long time. The lady made me an offer on the two of them together. It's a little bit lower, $38 I think she's paid, 38, 35 or 38 for the two bundles. I'm still making a profit on it, but they are old listings, so I'm glad to get those ones moving. Also you can see they're the bulkier Mills and Boons, so they actually take up quite a bit of room on the shelf. So I'm glad to be getting over those. But yeah, I just wanted to show that because in today's order, that just goes to show there is 4 bundles of these Mills and Boons small romance novels going out. Okay, so this is a really good book. This one, I've sold this one multiple times before. It is called The Cocktail Bible. So quite often when you get a book that is called the Bible, like meaning not the Bible, the religious Bible, but a book that is Bible, it's kind of like a book that's got everything in it. And, you know, it's one of those really good reference books. So this one is sold for $35, which is a good price for a book. And this is about mixing cocktails and drinks. And yeah, $35. I always look out for this book. I don't find it all the time, but it's definitely on my watch list. Okay, this book is going out for $36.89. Probably sold that with an offer or a coupon, but it's Thai food and it's by David Thompson. This one does sell well. I've sold it multiple times for the in the past, and it's easy to spot because it's hot pink. So it stands out to me always with the Thai food on it. It's an easy, straight away see it in the charity shop. This one does have some text inside it, but yeah, $36.89. So this old vintage preserving book, that one's just sold for $31.14. Okay, so this one is interesting. This is a bundle of 5 small books, and they're all on the diet, the Fast 2 diet. Now, the interesting thing about this is they're by different authors, but there's one book in here that's called The Fast Diet, and it's by Dr. Michael Mosley. Now, some of you picked this up in my video the other day. I'd sold some Dr. Michael Mosley books, and a few of you left comments on my video saying, oh, he's gone missing on the Greek islands. So unfortunately he has passed away. He was going for a walk, I think, and he must have collapsed, and they found him on the walking path, and he was sadly passed away. So I would suspect that the reason why this bundle has sold is because his book is in it, because I noticed that, like, I have sold another one here, but then I'm out of stock, I've noticed, on all my books by Dr. Michael Mosley. So I have sold this one as well. It is sold for $19.99. Picked up a couple more of his books yesterday while I was sourcing, and I thought I actually saw another one on my shelf, so I need to double check if I've got one listed or if it's not, if it's fallen off the listings. But this bundle has been listed for 18 months and it hasn't sold, and now all of a sudden it's sold. I sold it for just under $30. I think it was $29.80, and I took an offer on it, and yeah, so it's taken 18 months to sell, and it probably only sold because he passed away. And this one has been listed since January, so again, like 6 months taken to sell. That one, did I tell you? I got that one for $19.99. When somebody does pass away, it does increase the value of your items, whether or not it's books or CDs or actors in DVDs or whatever. It will increase his book listing. So the books that I bought yesterday by him, I will probably be able to list them for higher than $19.99, and they will probably sell faster. It's just the way, supply and demand. Once somebody's passed away, the demand is higher and it's worth more. So it will be interesting to see when I comp them for the ones that I'm going to list, to see if the prices are rising. 3 magazines here listed since June last year. So they've been here, sitting here for 12 months, but I've just sold these for $31.50, I think. Let me have a look. $31.14 for these 3 magazines. So from memory, I got these magazines for free. I've got a pretty good memory about where I get things and where they come from, but a lot of my magazines do come for free, and it's just, yeah, I picked them up. So yeah, $31.14. It's taken a little bit of a while to sell, but they're only thin, those ones. Okay, this was a fantastic sale. 3 big bundles of these vintage computer magazines. Now, these are the same ones that I sold the other day in my pick and pack video for quite a large amount of money, and I showed them only a month or two ago when I did a video, and I showed these were a Facebook Marketplace pickup that I did. I got the magazines for free. He's ordered 3 bundles. They do have to be sent in a couple of parcels due to the weight of them. I have sold these 3 bundles, yes, $279. $279 for 3 bundles that I picked up for free on Facebook Marketplace. That is seriously like the ideal, the ideal sale. So yeah, anyway, something that I have learnt from these magazines is vintage computer magazines. Wow, I will definitely be keeping my eye out for those. They sell really, really well. Amazing, amazing. And I'd never sold them before. So sometimes when you pick up these free items, you've never done them before, this is where it becomes a learning process. You learn from it. You learn what sells quickly, what sells for high, what sits on your shelf for ages, like those photo files. They've been sitting there for a year. Would I pick them up if I saw them in the shops knowing that they sold a year? No. Would I pick up the bites even if they were $1 a magazine? Yes, $2 a magazine. I'd probably still buy them because they have sold for really high dollars and they have sold quickly. So I don't know if you can see the way that my brain is ticking over, but when I'm talking about the SKUs there, I'm like, okay, the photo file magazines, they've been here a year. The Bites magazines, I only just listed them in the last month. So the reason I put the date in my SKU section of when I listed, and I talked about that in the last pick and pack video a little bit, and I had some comments. So I put the SKU into the SKU section of my listing. I put the date. So if I was to list these this month, it's June. I wouldn't put the day. I just put June 2024. Right. So it comes up when I can see my offers. You can see the SKU in your offer section, right? But not only that. When I'm picking every single order, I am visually looking at the SKU because it says I have to go to the SKU to pick the book, right? So if I'm picking it, instead of just going, yep, JJ2, shelf JJ2, I'm actually going shelf JJ2 January 24. So mentally, I'm taking note of all that, guys. It's very important. You have to learn your sell-through rate, right? There's different ways to learn how fast a book will sell. You either do your research on the eBay website. You comp your sell-through rates. You look when you're buying. How many are listed, how many are selling? Then you can work out the sell-through rate. If you've got 100 that are listed and only 1 is sold, would you want to buy that item? No, it's got an extremely low sell-through rate. If you are looking and there's 20 items listed and 30 items sold, woohoo, there's more demand for that book than what's even listed. Yes, I'm going to buy it. You know, if there's 20 listed and 15 sold, yeah, that's a pretty decent sell-through rate. I'm going to buy that. But when you're looking at these items for your store, when you're buying, you want to be buying items that have faster sell-through rates. You don't want to become a storage business. I've got a lot of things on my shelf that have sat here for too long. I need to do a big stock take or clear out sale, and that's going to come. But mentally, I learned so much about running my bookstore by putting the date that I listed something into the SKU, because not only is it helping me when I'm sending out offers and I'm becoming, like, I will be more aggressive when I'm sending or accepting an offer if I can see in the SKU that the book has been listed a long time. If you don't have it in your SKU, the only way to see how long a book's listed is to go to your desktop version and sort by, you know, when you first listed it, the original date that you listed it. It's not easily visible. So having it in the SKU section is easily visible on the mobile app, and let's face it, a lot of us spend a lot of our time sending and accepting offers out and about on our app. So you want to be able to see that information. But I just find, like, mentally, it helps me to be a better bookseller by every single time I pick an order, every single day in this store, I'm visually taking note and trying to remember how long that book has been listed so that I know when I go out sourcing, no, yeah, I've sold that book before, but it took ages to sell. I'm not doing that again. Really, really got to take note of this stuff. Research is key to finding items that sell through fast, and experience. You can't beat experience. You learn so much from your wins and your fails. You can't beat it. Righto, another great sale out here. Now I've got 2 bundles going out of the same types of books. They're going to 2 different buyers, however. And these are ones that I only just listed the other day. So they went on to my brand new shelf, so they're only new. Now, one of them has got 3 books in the bundle. I've sold this one for $40. The one that's got 4 books in the bundle has sold for just under $45. So these are the old vintage Time Life books. There's quite a large collection of them when you get all of them. But due to the weight, I bundle them up separately. Now, I also tried to bundle these when I got them, because I got them as one lot. This one is preserving vegetables and fruits. So obviously when you preserve foods that are vegetable and fruits. So it was a logical choice for me to lot those 3 up. See how my brain works? It's logical to match the preserving one with the fruits and the vegetables. Okay, this one here, desserts, cakes and pastries, breads and biscuits, right? All baking related. So it made sense to put those 4 together and these 3 together. It would have been silly if I'd put vegetables with cakes and biscuits. Like, it wouldn't have made sense. So when you get these items and you buy like a lot, like I bought all that together, but that's too heavy. That's too heavy for my weight limits here in Australia of how I want to post. I can post overweight, but I don't want to. So it just made, when you look at it and think, okay, I can turn this into 2 bundles, make sure you're turning them into bundles that are of logical choice, because I think a lot of people just grab random stuff. I see some of the most random bundles that are made on eBay, and I think that is never going to sell. It has to be logical. So really think about when you're putting these bundles together of books, does that go together? If it doesn't go together, it's not going to sell. I'm excited to share this. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this sale because the other day, if you watched my video where I was cleaning up the warehouse, I'll link it up here now somewhere. If you watched that video where I was fixing up my death pile, I had 3 boxes of CDs. Now, I don't normally sell CDs. I picked these ones up. I got them for really cheap. And I was like, I'm going to give them a go because they were all similar types. There was only like 3 brands amongst the CDs and they were all similar types. Well, I'll just let you know that going out in today's post, I have sold 7 bundles of the CDs. You should have seen the look Tom gave me. I was like, oh, sold more CDs, sold more CDs. Oh, look how much these CDs sell for. I think he was cursing me. Okay, so the first lot of CDs going out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 individuals and 3 double lots here. So 12 CDs altogether. And I sold this one for $41. And it was just a random mix of classical CDs. So, yep, pretty happy with that. Okay, so the next buyer has purchased 6 bundles of the CDs from me. Now, he sent me offers on the 6th. First of all, he bought 4 and then he came back and he bought another 2. And I think the thing is they actually were listed on different days. So perhaps he bought the 4 when they first came out. Those were listed that day and then I listed another couple and he bought those 2. So they're all going out in today's post. So that's even better because now I can combine the postage. But when he did the first 4, he sent offers on the 4 bundles. And I was like, okay, it's going to be like $160 if I accept all his offers. Like, if he just sent an offer on 1 bundle, I probably would have counted and tried to get him up higher. But because he was offering on 4 bundles, I accepted it. And then when he came back, when he had the other 2, because these ones hadn't been posted yet because of the long weekend, and I could see that he was offering again, I took the slightly cheaper offers again because I knew I'd be able to bundle it. But yeah, I think it totaled $205 for the lot. And basically, again, it's just the random bundles. The only bundle that was more specific was this one, and it was 6 CDs by the name of Shura Cherksy. I don't know. Anyway, he was the only one that was kind of like 6 of the same singer or musician, whatever he is. And the other ones were just, this bundle was Mozart. I just wrapped it in plastic so they didn't come out, but it's like a box set. And then the rest of these is just simply I think one of them was piano based and the other ones were just symphony classical CDs. So yeah, $205. That was really good to rub into Tom's face. Let him know that I've become the CD queen, and over the weekend I've sold 7 bundles, totaling a good $250 or something. Anyway, that is really sweet. I've made my money back on that haul already. And, you know, all the other CDs that I bundled up the other day, they're just going to be straight profit because all the money's already made back with that order on what I paid. So win-win. So going out, I have the Holy Quran, which is Islamic, and it's in full Islamic text here. This one's going out for $25.99. Okay, this is a good one. Jack Nicklaus Total Golf Techniques. This one is sold for $35.88. Okay, this is a fantastic sale. They've ordered a bundle, which I was selling, of 6 books, and then they bought one individually, and they have sold that for $79.88, guys. So guys, I don't know why or what happened to this listing, or maybe I was trialing something different. I've got no idea. Normally I charge all my books with free postage. This one I listed for $39.99 plus $35 postage. So I feel like that was an error, because if I was going to add postage to an order, I would only ever make it what the postage was, with $9 or $10. Do you know what I mean? $10.95 maybe at the most. So to put $35 for postage, it's just got to have been an error somewhere. Maybe it's come from me doing a sale similar of someone else and that was their postage. It doesn't even make sense. $35? I don't even know how I've got $35 on a post. I don't have a business policy for $35. It just doesn't even make sense to me. Anyway, this book is now sold for $75. Because of the postage. Oriental Secrets to a Thin and Healthy Body, the Tale of a Balanced Diet. Okay, let me show you some of these books I got for the half price. Let's talk about them. Okay, this was cool. Let me see, I think just can see 2 of them. Okay, Edgar Wallace. I've never sold this guy before. They had these lotted up at Vinnie's. You can see they got stickers on them for $20. So obviously it was half price yesterday. So they worked out to be about $1 a book. So this one may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books for $10 there. So I did a Google of like a comp of these while I was in store. And there was a lot of them. I think 24 of them had sold for $129 or something. They were selling as a lot for good money. So this has cost me $20. So if I can turn that $20 into like 120 something, perfect. Now I've never sold him. They look like they're just by looking at the cover, they look like they're mystery, spy maybe, thriller, crime. Anyway, that's a new author to me and I'm looking forward to learning. Okay, this was a bundle of Alistair MacLean. 3, 4, 5. So there's 11 books in there and they're half price. So I've paid $10. So it's just under $1 a book. So ideally I would like to try and get $35 for these ones. Okay, now this was a set, book 1 to 4 of a series, fantasy series, Sarah Douglas. And yeah, what is this? The Troy game. 1, 2, 3, 4. So because that's a series, that's great. If I'm looking to buy like a series like this, if I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 in order, I really want to buy that. If I get 1, 3, 4, I have to think about it and decide whether or not it's worth it or not. But 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll be great. Okay, I got another little children's Bible here. What do we pay that? $2. So again, those children's Bibles, as I was saying the other day, they sell well. 5 Languages of Love. I paid $1 for this book. It's not going to sell for much, but it sells. It's one of those self-help books that is very sought after and constantly never go out of fashion, this one. And that's what happens with some of these self-help books. They're very famous. They don't sell for a lot of money, but they constantly sell. They're repeat sellers. So if I can get them for the right price, generally $1 or less, I don't mind selling those lower end books on something that I know will always be like sought after and wanted. This one is a true crime, but there's a few of them down here in the bag somewhere. I bought like quite a few of the true crime books with the intention of bundling them up. So they're different authors, they're different things, but they're all on the true crime. Pretty sure that a lot of them were Australian based, and they will do well as a bundle. Now this guy here, I don't know why I bought him. Maybe I accidentally grabbed him. I can't remember. Maybe I comped him and he was good. Anyway, I've got Adam Spencer here. I'm not sure why I bought him. I don't remember buying him. Somehow he's ended up in my thing. Okay, I got a few cookbooks here. This one I got for $2 in the kitchen. This one is by Hardy Grant Books. Okay, this one, The Mediterranean Diet. This one here, I've sold, oh my goodness.
This one here, I've sold, oh my goodness.
Okay, this book here, Gardening, Gardener's Encyclopedia, Plants and Flowers. This is just a book that I've sold so many times I've lost count of. So when it's the right price, I pick it up. Got a couple of Lee Child books here, only because I'm building a series for Lee Child over here. So I'm not selling him individually, I'm trying to build a big bulk series. Oh, here's some more of that true crime. Enforcer, No Angel, Gangland. I'm sure there's another one somewhere. Here it is. Befriend and Betray. You'd be surprised how much some of the true crime goes. If I've got a bundle there of, there's 4 there, so 4, maybe I've got, probably looking to bundle that up for at least $40. So $40 on a sale is good for me. This is one that I sold the other day. It gets me over $40, this book, every single time. So, yep, that one's got the $5 sticker on it. Half price, took it down to $2.50. And that'll be an easy $40 sale. Jamie Oliver 5 ingredients. Okay, a lot of Jamie Oliver cookbooks. Very slow selling, mass saturated market. You're competing against hundreds. If you look at the amount of listed to the amount of sold, it's hard to sell Jamie Oliver. Some of his cookbooks do better than the others. This is one of those ones that will do better than some of the other ones. It is in really nice condition, but I'm probably going to set this one down and this will become a bundle. So sometimes I will buy with the intention of setting it aside for a bundle. Right. The Creative Cookery book, the Creative Cooking Course. Okay, very vintage cookbook here, very tatty looking thing. But that one will sell for me. A few more cookbooks in this lot. Okay, Julie Goodwin, Gather, Australian Master Chef, and she makes some really delicious meals. She kind of cooked really good home cooked meals. I love cooking her meals. If that one doesn't sell, I'll happily take that one home and add it to my collection. But it's one of her newer recipe books. I've sold it before. That won't have a problem. 2 of these books, one's got a dust cover, one's not. This is just a book that's always in my store because I always find it. It's a vegetarian cookbook and it sells, goes up and down with price. Used to get a lot more money than it does now. It's been saturated in the book market and pretty much killed by those resellers who just want to price everything as the lowest possible price. Okay, Margaret Fulton cookbook. Remember I sold one the other day, the vintage cookbook, $29.99. So I picked that one up because I've just sold it. Poe picked this one up for $1. Again, she's an Australian master chef. The Australian master chefs, celebrity chefs, they can sell quite well. This is not a high-end book. This will probably only sell for $19, but it will sell. This one is the 8-week blood sugar diet recipe book. Notice this one with a foreword by Dr. Michael Mosley. Obviously, Dr. Michael Mosley is the man that just passed away. So even though he didn't write this book, he's kind of entwined with it. And it's likely that this one will, I sell this one anyway, but it's likely that this one will pick up on sales simply because his name's on it. Or normally I might list this as the 8-week blood sugar diet recipe book, Dr. Claire Bailey, But if I put his name in the title now, sale. Okay. Oh, this was a pretty book. I've sold these books before. Harry Potter. Very beautiful. Colour illustrated, large books. They're beautiful books, and that one won't have any issue selling. Okay, this one, a gay guy's guide to life, love and food. When I looked this up in store, there was more sold than there was listed. So that means it's in demand, and that's a win-win. 2 Warhammer books here. So just small fiction novels. I don't know, these probably aren't very high end. I might be able to get about $29 off the top of my head for the 2 books with using the Warhammer as a keyword. Warhammer is very sought after. Lose weight for good. Now, last time I sold this man, I had a bundle of 2 books, and he sold high priced, around the $50 from memory, and he sold fast. So I've never seen him again since, but basically I bought this book because of the name, because from past experience and past memory in my head, I sold the lot of him fast for good money. So straight up. Beautiful boards. Again, you saw me sell the other day in my last pick and pack. I sold the grazing board book, and this is, again, it's like grazing boards and platters. So I'll be able to do a sell similar off the other one, use all the same keywords which help to sell it, and then just change the title of the book basically. Okay, we've got another World of Warcraft book here. This one, $2. There you go. I like, if I see the Warcraft books, yeah, I want those. Okay, there's another one, Dr. Michael Mosley, same book as I was talking about before, and 2 more. This one again, forwarded by this one is the actual Dr. Michael Mosley. This one's got the forward again. I might be able to put them into a bundle. And really, I'll have to see what he's selling at now, because he might have really increased. It might be better for me to sell them individually, might be better for me to sell those as a lot. Picked up 2 more of these swimming and life-saving books. I sold one of those the other day from memory, got $29.98, but pretty much always guaranteed to get $25 to $30 for a swimming and life-saving book. It's got the 2 of those. Okay, remember those Edgar Wallace? That's right, I picked up another bundle of him. So again, got quite, I'll probably split that. I feel like I'm spitting. Those 3 bundles I'll probably split into 2 rather than, I think I'll do them as 2. Well-Adjusted Babies. This is a 2nd edition. This is the Australian edition as well, and it's an Australian bestseller for parenting. This was an interesting book. I haven't price comped it. Never sold it, but just loved it. And even when I bought this, the lady at the register in the Vinnie store, she was like, "Oh, what a beautiful book." And I was like, "Oh, I know." So this one had $8 on it, but it was half price, so down to $4. And yeah, Percy Jackson makes children's young adult fiction, so it's made for teenagers basically. Makes a really a good series with Percy Jackson anyway. So it's by Rick Riordan. So I don't know how much that will sell for. I'll be interested to see, but just looking at it, I'm going to predict $30 to $40. Okay, this book sells for me on repeat. Gelato Messina. It is about gelato ice cream, but it's always sold for me in the past, so I know that one sells. Gordon Ramsay, another one that I've bought with the intention of bundling up, so that'll get stored down below. So these are the reading eggs. They were $5. You can see, so I've got them half price for $2.50. That last lot sold for $35. So these ones are in the box. The other ones weren't in the box. So these ones, great. They'll be great. Okay, now this bundle here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all there is? Obviously bought this one with the intention. They're all on SAS books here, Special Forces. So yeah, bought those ones with the direct intention to be selling them like that. Okay, sources, classical and contemporary source making, right? So I find that books on sources do surprisingly well. And this is I've never seen this book, But this is like something that you would see like a chef would want. This is really like, for somebody who wants to learn how to make this many sauces, is generally going to be for a chef. So this was $5, half price down to $2.50. That, I don't think that's going to be a hard sale. Baby toddler meal prep. I don't think it's going to be a huge one. I reckon that one will sell for about $22. Okay, now this one here, ketogenic cooking. I'm sure in one of the other boxes here there's another keto one, and I bought them with the intention of lotting them up. This is a really nice keto book. Yeah, some of them are just so much nicer than others. And this one here, Love and Lemons. Again, I think this cookbook will probably go around that $22 to $25, but I think that one will be a nice one to add to the store. 365 things that you can build with Lego. Everybody loves Lego. These kind of books, that'll go. That'll be fine. Nice cookbook here. Warming one pots. So can't see the price on that one. Don't know what I paid for that one. Probably only would have only paid like $1 or so. So there you go. That's a good one for coming up to winter here in Australia. Now this is a lovely looking cookbook. Sweet, beautiful looking cookbook. And yeah, I love the look of that one. What else have we got? Okay, I've got another Weber barbecue book. Remember I showed you one the other day that was down by the Weber. I don't even know if the other one's listed. I think it's over there. I might lot the two of them up just because it's winter. Two Weber books going together, I should be able to pull at least $40. So, and this one here, the Modern Barbecue, this is a very good selling cookbook. So I'm always on the lookout for this one. Can't remember what it's going to go for off the top of my head, but it's over $30. So we've got here Hans Christian Andersen. So Hans Christian Andersen is very famous, writes fairy tales, has some beautiful books that are got illustrated drawings in them, and they're worth a lot of money. Some of his books can be worth a lot of money. This one does have a tear, unfortunately, and as you can you see the yellowing in this one? So that's actually called foxing. That's what they refer to as foxing. So in the listing, I'll actually add foxing. That is the proper term for it, and it's just discoloration spots. So yeah. Anyway, this probably will only. This might only get me $20, but he is a very sought after author, so. Okay, now we've got another one here. Now again, sadly, this is Dr. Michael Mosley. Of course, I'm going to, now that he's passed away, if I see him in the store, I'm going to pick him up. He's going to be hot for a while. So this is one of his old covers, maybe even a first edition. I don't know, I'd have to go and look. Something in it, oh no. I was going to say there's something in it here, but it's just a colour insert. But yeah, anyway. Oh, this is a good one. Deborah's Handbook of Australia. I've paid $4.50 for this book. It was originally $9. This store actually had some high-priced books. Like $9 is quite high for one of our charity shops. Paid $4.50 for this. I've comped this in store. I'm going to easy get $50 to $55 probably. Probably $50. I'll probably list it for $50, I think. I like to move it faster. Another swimming and life-saving book. So that's 3 of those now. Tinderbox. Again, I don't remember picking this one up, but it's got a $1 sticker on it for 50 cents. Sometimes these vintage music books for the kids that use, again, this will go in for teacher. I'm going to put teacher in the keyword for this, teaching book. So, music teacher. And here we've got the South Coast Cookbook 2. Now, I picked this one up because I've either got the South Coast Cookbook 1 in my store still or I've sold it. And again, there's another one of those gardening books, which is exactly the same as the other one. And that is it. That is my haul from the weekend. So, yeah, that'll probably take me about an hour to photograph. And then I'll spread these listings out into my store over the next couple of weeks. And that's it. So I'm pretty happy. That was a good haul to get all of that for half price. Days like that don't come around very often where the chain of Vinnies offer everything for 50% off. I mean, they have a colour once a week. you can get 50% off, but you know, sometimes you go in there and it's slim pickings. So to be able to go in there and whatever you wanted in the book and the CD and the DVDs, Tom didn't get very many books, but he got like a good selection of CDs and DVDs, and he was really happy with that. So we're really happy with our outing yesterday. It was a good haul. Okay, that is it until the next video, guys. Thanks for spending the day with me here in the warehouse. And now I'm going to run up to the post office and get this stuff in because it's about to start raining. I don't want my bags to get wet. So that is my next job. Then I'm going to stack these up neatly, waiting in line to go for the photography. Thanks. Bye.